Linda from paperboutique.blogspot.com. Today we're going to be making quick and easy Christmas tags with the Imagine. I'm going to be using the Very Merry Tags cartridge with the Imagine More cartridge. Don't worry, if you don't have an Imagine, you can use the Very Merry Tags cartridge in your Expression or Baby Bug. Let's get started. First, I'm going to show you the finished tags, and then we're going to move to the Imagine, and I'll demonstrate how to print and cut using glossy paper and both a regular Cricut cartridge and an Imagine cartridge. First, I would like to share with you this mini embossed tag, and I'm going to hold it to make sure that you can really get a good look at it. This tag really shows off the versatility of the Imagine. The size is 1 3/4 inches, and notice how perfect the Imagine cuts. I embossed this tag using a heat gun, and the Hewlett-Packard inks didn't smear. I was amazed. I have a video on my YouTube channel of this technique if you're interested. I'd like to share with you a country look tag I made. This measures 3 1/4 inches, and I used plain white paper for this tag with the Imagine More cartridge. I love using my Imagine with the regular white card stock. However, my favorite look with the Imagine is to use it with photo glossy paper, and I hope you're picking up this shine. I'm going to be doing a demo a little bit later on the machine using glossy paper. This is a snowflake tag, and it's cut at 3 1/2 inches and filled with the paper from Imagine More. I also did a tree tag from the cartridge, and this is cut at 3 1/2 inches. The upper layer is flood filled from the Imagine More cartridge, and the shadow layer is just the solid white from the cartridge. Something I'd really like to show you though is, here's an example of just the shadow, and it's flood filled with a solid color. The coverage is perfect. I love the Hewlett-Packard inks. I have an Epson photo quality printer, and these Hewlett-Packard inks I think are even better with great coverage. Now I'd like to show you some tags that were made using just the Very Merry Tags cartridge. This particular tree was cut at 3 inches, and what I did is I cut the top off and glittered it. I love the bling. I didn't bling up the other tree because I wanted you to see the quality of that paper. I love this cartridge. This is a candy tag made from the same cartridge, cut at 2 3/4 inches, and then I cuddle bugged it. I'm hoping you can see that, using Swiss dots, and then I used a Martha Stewart glue pen and some glitter just to give it some added bling. And lastly, I'd like to share with you a snowflake tag that I cut at 3 inches using the cartridge and just blinged it up with some rhinestones. It's so much fun. As I said, I love that Very Merry Tags cartridge. Well, let's move to the Imagine, and we'll talk about how to use the Imagine on photo glossy paper. I thought it would be fun to make this snowflake tag using the Imagine, and also what I'd like to do is show you how to use the Imagine to print and cut on glossy paper. Well, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, we've already loaded the Imagine cartridge. Next, we're going to go ahead and load the Very Merry Tags cartridge, and you want to make sure that it's in there firmly. And look, it immediately recognized it. We're going to use, like I said, the Very Merry Tags, and we're going to click on the snowflake, and then we're also going to click on the shadow or the liner. In this case, it's so easy because, as you can see on the screen, the liner shadows are directly under the tags. It couldn't be simpler. Now we're going to edit. We'll click on this and click on the pencil to edit. And we want to flood fill this using this particular pattern. So I'm going to click there. And you can see it's flood filled. Now for this particular project, we're going to set all of the sizes at 3.5 on the relative side, which is highlighted in white. And you can see then that the true size of this is 3.4. So let's go ahead. We're going to click apply. Next, we're going to do the same process with the shadow. I'm going to click on it and edit. And for this one, the size is still 3.5, but the true size is 3.5 instead of 3.4. So you can see you're going to get a very nice shadow. We want to flood fill this with, I chose this really pretty blue. Click on it, and then we're going to click apply. Super easy. Just make sure everything looks good. Click on next. Now this is where we're going to make a number of changes for the glossy paper. The first change I like to do is change the speed to 2. This is a rather intricate cut, so we want the speed a little slower. I'm using photo glossy paper for inkjet printers from Costco. It's the Kirkland brand. It's a thick paper, but I love the result. So I'm going to set this to 5. The paper is 8.5 by 11, so we're going to set this at 8.5 by 11. Next, I'm going to move down and adjust the blade depth. The blade depth will be on 6, which is down here, and we'll adjust the blade depth on 6. Okay, we'll move back, and we want to go to the settings, and this is very important. We have it set at print and cut. We also have it set at best quality. It's very important that we have it set at glossy. Then we're going to click on apply. It'll take us back to the project preview, take one last look, make sure everything is in order. Then we're going to hit next. And we're going to load our mat, and then we'll hit go. I'm not going to take your time today to show you how it prints and cuts. I think you probably have already seen that. But I'd like to go back and show you my final project. And I'd like to thank you for watching today, and please check out my blog at www.paperboutique.blogspot.com for more projects and ideas. Bye-bye.